What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Drink While You Think. I'm Kenji. He is
Matthew.
Matthew. If you haven't figured it out already.
I hope you're on the right side when you do that. That's pretty funny. I don't know which side you're going to be on.
I don't know. Can't tell. I'm pointing the direction you are on my screen. I don't know if that's for everybody else too. So
yeah,
we shall find out. Coming at you from Matthew's backyard. New view there, Matthew. New angle. I like it.
It's raining, so I'm pointing toward the house now. So
it is not raining for me.
Yeah, it's raining out here.
Somehow I paused the recording. I don't know where I did. I bet I did it when I was doing the quick view of if not, people get a second view of beautiful Clearwater, Florida, where I'm at now. Sorry for the...
Either that or we can edit out something. I don't know. Hopefully, they don't... Actually, everybody would be surprised to hear that we edited this at all, probably.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the good parts they left in it. Oh, goodness. So.
Yeah, that's all the goodness. So, yes, Matthew in the back of his yard, raining in Atlanta. Beautiful and sunny here in Clearwater, Florida. Before we get into some stuff. Yeah, thank you. What I'm drinking. So, hold on. I've got 2 drinks.
Okay. So they're going to go extra long?
I didn't really mean to do this. So I ordered from room service here. I said,
that's two large drinks.
Oh, well, I thought these 2 beers look interesting. I didn't realize they were draft beers. So the guy comes upstairs and he's got the thing on him. And I thought, I'll kind of go with whatever's the coolest label. Looks different. Draft beers. They are, hold on, I got to look at my in-room dining menu. I'm drinking, this one is the Reef Donkey IPA, or APA, American Pale Ale, from here from Tampa. That's kind of interesting. It's kind of got a little citrus flavor. You'd like that. And then this one is the Opal. It's the name of the hotel I'm at is the Opal. They must have, by Deep Blue Brewing. It's an Opal 8 IPA. It's supposed to be their house beer or something.
That's cool.
Yeah, both pretty good. Okay, what do you got? I don't think I'm looking to drink.
Well, you know what this weekend was, right?
Oh, yes. One of your favorites.
So I got Negro Modelo
Nice.
is one of the beers I have left over from the Cinco de Mayo weekend. For those who don't know, I grew up on the border, and all of the fun. I have adopted some of the holidays so that we had on the border. So,
another friend, a very good friend of mine, also a friend of yours, Mr. May, the one and only Brian Fleming, who spent time at his house before. Another fellow Texan. He has what he calls Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just his. He's like, hey, I'm celebrating this as a big holiday. So it must be something about you Texans and your affinity for Cinco de Mayo. So,
yeah.
Anyway, it's well, good. Did you guys do anything? You guys do well. More importantly, did you cook up anything special?
Well, we did not have our periodically held Cinco de Mayo bash this year. Yeah. Instead, my neighborhood. I'm on one of the smaller streets in Atlanta, and my neighbors, we threw a block party. And there was pulled pork. I was on burgers and dogs, and we had about 50, 70 neighbors come over.
Wow.
Somebody got a bouncy castle, we just closed off the street. Which my street, you would laugh if I said we closed it off because no cars would have come up it anyway. Because there's only 3 houses on our street, but it was fun. We had a huge neighborhood thing. So,
is it possible that you guys are the only gravel street I can even think of inside the city of Atlanta? You guys are a gravel street. You know that.
We have a gravel street with only 3 houses on it. So if you come to my house, I get to tell you, turn off the paved road, and then I'm the second house on the left. So.
Yet you are about as in town can get in Atlanta. So, which is
yes. So I'm a townie. I'm in town in Atlanta, the actual city limits. So.
So where were you? You were on the West Coast this week, right?
I was in Salt Lake City this week.
Okay.
So
Some client work?
Salt Lake City with one of my clients. Yeah, we're trying to solve all the world's decentralized storage problems. And you were in New Orleans before this, right?
Correct.
Oh yeah, you even got the T-shirt to prove it.
Accounting Salon.
So tell me about that. How was it?
It was great. I mean, the people there are phenomenal. It's just I told that group, I'm like, man, wherever you guys are, I don't care what you're doing. Could be out digging ditches. I mean, that's a group of people that I would want to be with. They're just great folks. Amanda Aguilar has just spent so much time and is just such an angel for putting this together in her home city. David Leary has been obviously very, very involved with it. And then after that, it's about almost 40 of us. It's a little intimidating. It's a bit of a who's list, certainly in the cloud accounting space. So it's just being around those folks is awesome. So yeah, we were there, rolled in Sunday, and did Jazz Fest with a few of them. That was awesome. Saw Jimmy Buffett play, saw a bunch of other bands play. That was fun doing Jazz Fest. That's something we got to go back and you dig that for sure.
That would be fun.
And then rolled kind of into some of the content stuff on Monday. We did like a media day. And, with Media Day, Will Lopez was all over that. Will was out filming all kinds of things. Wait till some of his videos come out. I don't know if you saw the first day, the day one video he did.
I have not.
You got to see it, man. It's wild. And then kind of into content on Tuesday and Wednesday. And I had to bounce out on Wednesday, and now I'm here in Florida. But it was awesome. It's something you'll definitely enjoy. I know you'll be there probably next year. I hope so, at least. If you're on good behavior, maybe they'll let you in.
I don't know. I didn't make the cut this year, so we're still not talking about that.
I know. They've been selective, though.
The best thing was I couldn't have made it anyway because I was supposed to be in Salt Lake City the same day. I know. But it gives me something to complain about for another year, so that's awesome.
I know you like to complain about those things. So.
And now what are you doing there? You're doing another conference.
Yeah, this is crazy, kind of back-to-back conference week. So yesterday I flew all the way to Tampa, Florida, here in Clearwater. I was just showing you guys how beautiful it is. Weird part is I had to connect through Atlanta, and I had to remind myself not to get off the plane and go home.
Yeah,
there was a little bit of I'm really tired. I would like to get off and go home, but continued on to Tampa. I'm glad I did. Got in last late in the evening. And here for PASBA, the Professional Association of Small Business Accountants. It is not a group I'd heard of. They invited me to come and speak as their keynote, which was a little intimidating. It was a 2-hour keynote. I mean, you know me, though. I can talk for 2 hours. That's not a problem.
I know.
I got up there and just, give me a mic and let me go. But no, really great people. This is actually a fairly old association within our accounting industry. It's one I've never heard of. I even asked some folks at the Accounting Salon, hey, have you heard of PASBA? I'm heading there. And no one had really kind of heard of them. But actually really interesting. They're currently a little under 200 members. And members are located all across the country. And they come together twice a year for kind of a conference, do some learning. This one was kind of around marketing and tech. And what's interesting too, though, it reminds me a little bit of the organization you and I are involved in, EO, because people are in these things called, I think they're called FRGs, financial reporting groups. I think they are, but they're almost like forums.
Kind of like forums.
Yeah. And so you go in there and you spend, I think it's every other month. I could be wrong. You do a deep dive with your group, and you do everything from you share all your financials. So everybody goes through your financials together. I think once a year in January, each of your group kind of looks at everything. So these folks are the tightest I've ever met when it comes to financial metrics. Like, hey, what margins are you running at in your practice? And they are all over. In fact, if you're a member, I believe this is correct. If you're a member, you download and you put your financials out to everybody else. So you always have a database full of
oh, wow.
Oh, here's what everybody's kind of running at. They have all these standard operating procedures and hey, here's what you should be paying people at. Here's what your mix of revenue should look like. It's really fascinating. I mean, very, very, it's a ton of structure and a ton of process. So what they were telling me was, again, they've been around for, I think they said, I'm going to get this part wrong, but it's been at least 30, 40 years, maybe longer. And there's some good sized firms here. I mean, there's some people doing, I think some of them are probably doing close to not too far off from $10 million a year practices, doing this outsourced accounting too. These are not traditional firms.
That's nice.
However, what's interesting is these are probably, they self-admitted they're not very tech savvy. So they're really over the past year, like, okay, we're really trying to ramp up. We're really good on process and structure and being vulnerable and sharing and helping our fellow accounting firm. But we've not been good about technology adoption. So they're kind of building those up. I think they should be an up and comer. I think a lot of people should take a look at them. I don't think they've marketed themselves very well because people don't know about them.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's pretty cool, right? I mean, those are other business owners.
Sounds like my kind of people.
Dude, you'd love it. You'd love it. Really, really nice folks. Someone asked me a question during my presentation about like compensation and how we pay people. And I was like, well, it's, really pretty interesting. We actually pay people on this variable comp basis based on their book of business they have. And they're all kind of like, yeah, so what? We've all been doing that for a long time. And I was like, wait, what? So like a room full of like 200 firms who are all like, yeah, we've got comp models that are based on individuals' books of business and things like that. And, we've been told for a while that we were so unique and innovative. And here I was trying to tell everyone else about that. And the entire room looks at me and is like, yeah, it's about time you caught up there. So
how funny.
Cool group of people. I'm going to really try to push them out there. I think that some newer firms, some up and coming firms could really benefit by hooking up with these folks. And not much up and comers, but a lot of them, those are looking for more structure and discipline. I hear one of your creatures.
Oh yeah. One of my creatures is going off. So
anyway, but yeah, it's been good. So, lost for a second. There you are. Got you back. So I'll say a couple of interesting. I'll say, I mean, always good to be kind of humbling with folks. So yeah, I was humbled there, certainly with like, wow, okay, these people are way ahead of many of us in a lot of places. Here's another one. You know how we think we're pretty cool for doing like this? We come on, do this video, and we get like, I think I see our records like in the maybe 40s or 70 people watched.
Yeah,
something like that. I got to show you something here. Let's see. Let me see if I can share this. Let's just share the whole desktop. Sorry, it should be queued up. I was looking at this earlier. Where'd it go? Check this out. Friday Night Live with accountants.
Friday Night Live with accountants.
So Michael Lee and Michael and I have known each other kind of virtually for a little while now. And Hector Garcia, who I don't know, but I know about, and Andrew Wall. I spent a lot of time with Michael Lee. He was great. And Michael is awesome. He's out of Burlington, Vermont. These guys, every Friday night, they get on Facebook Live and have been doing this for a while. Let's see if we can scroll down here and see. They've got all kinds of people on there. Oh, let's see. Oh, I don't know. 2,800 views.
We're catching up.
Let's see. 128 comments.
That's awesome.
And they've got all kinds of folks on here. A bunch of friends of ours. I was just scrolling through, and they had Rich Priest from Intuit on. There's Heather Smith from Australia, who we just spent time with. There's our buddy Liz Mason. They've just had a whole.
That's fun.
Now, I think the one thing we've got them beat on a little bit is I don't think they drink as much as we do.
we got them beat. Sorry, guys.
But I mean, otherwise, these are like, oh, we were so smart for doing this. These guys have been doing it for a while and have got a great following. And really, it was just Michael and a few of these other guys realized, hey, what are you guys doing on Friday night? What all of us cool accountants do is, get
on Facebook Live.
We're working. We're
talking about accounting.
That's what you're doing. I mean, only
awesome.
fellow accountants would love it. So I can't wait to check that out. I think I'd kind of heard about it. I had no idea how big of a deal it was. And they're like starting to get some real heavy hitters on there. So hats off to Michael and to Hector, who I haven't met, and to Andrew, who I haven't met. But great folks.
What we've been telling people long times, we're way behind. We're just trying to catch up in a lot of places.
Lots of places we're trying to catch up. I mean, the biggest thing I'll be catching up is on some sleep after this.
After your gauntlet?
Yeah, I think the voice is hanging in better than I thought, but man, it feels like sandpaper in there. Like it just feels like, talking in late nights, and me, I wasn't able to really shut it down too early at night. Did a pretty good job of not going too late night, but Bourbon runs out on Bourbon Street, all that stuff. But great being amongst all of our peers. Hey, have you ever? I thought I would see some of these earlier. Earlier, I was out here and I wasn't able to capture the beautiful moment, capturing the beautiful car alarm going off. But have you ever seen these Lovebugs?
The Lovebugs.
You know what Lovebugs are?
Like from the old school Volkswagen.
No,
like
actual bugs.
No, I have no idea what you're talking about then.
So I wonder if there's any dead ones laying around. I was going to show you like a dead bug. That's
things, awesome.
Yeah, I know. What an amazing video podcast this is. These things, though, come in twice a year. These bugs do, and they swarm. Dude, out here earlier, it was like you can't even believe like how many. They were everywhere. And so like the beaches even clear out, and everybody goes running in because these bugs come and they've been around. I have family in Florida, and so I've seen this before. It happens apparently only twice a year, like 2 days a year. They come in in fast, and then just it is the weirdest thing. And apparently they just swarm like that. And what's weird is they also they mate, and when they do that, they connect. I guess that's the way that it works. But then they stay. Great, we're talking bug sex on but great. They stay connected.
I hope everybody's drinking.
The rest of their life. Yeah, hold on. Cheers to that. The rest of their life. And they fly around. They're all connected. So it's all these bugs. It look like they're two-headed bugs because they're all connected flying around. It's the combination of the most interesting, grossest, what is going on? Anyway, so the love bugs at least are down right now. Earlier, you would have seen in this picture frame right here, you would have seen 500 of them. It was absurd.
That's funny.
That's the level I can go with yet right now. I mean, again, my brain's been kind of zapped, and
that's all right.
And I'm really hoping somebody gets that car alarm shut off here soon.
I can't hear it at least.
Oh, you can't?
Maybe somebody else on. Not that. I mean, now that you mentioned it, I can. But if you hadn't said anything, I probably wouldn't have noticed.
Yeah, but
you got any questions for me today? I've just been peppering you because I haven't seen you in 4 days.
I know. Let me think if I got any questions for you. I did have, all these folks at Accounting Salon. They all know you, and they're always asking how you are. And I was like, oh, Matthew's in Salt Lake City with crypto. And they're like, oh, crypto. Their question is is that still a thing? It's that's still kind of going on. What's for the folks who missed you?
Oh, wow.
What's the quick what is the environment like in crypto right now?
Well, so basically what they call crypto winter has just happened. So that means you can't just raise money like you could in those ICOs or token sales or whatever you did. And the result of that is kind of all of the vaporware stuff is kind of gone. So the people left in crypto are these really solid projects that are really trying to make meaningful change. Right. So it's really interesting. So we're working right now with the first unofficially zero certified app. I don't know why Zero won't officially certify them, but they're unofficially zero certified app that helps companies actually that are using crypto, which is about right now the metrics are saying 3% of companies are using crypto, which I thought I was surprised. I thought that was a little high, but estimates have it between 1% and 3% of companies in the United States are using crypto right now. So at some point you got to get that into the GL. So the big thing I've been working on, as you know, is working with our crypto clients, and then a technology company in the crypto space called Verity, who has a product called Legible, that was the one that got zero certified unofficially. I can't say that, I guess. I mean, I don't even know. Nobody's watching.
It works with zero.
So for the 43 people, it integrates with zero, but it's not technically whatever. I don't know.
It's a process to make it. It's a process to make it into the app.
Into the app store. So it's going to be anyway. But as far as crypto is concerned, I mean, I think all that's happened is just narrowed down to where the ones left are actually really constructive projects that could actually do some cool stuff.
Yeah.
So, and Bitcoin hasn't gone away. It's kind of rebounded a little bit here. It's at 6,000 today or something like that. So, Blockchain Week is next week in New York. So,
you going up to
I'm not. Most of my friends are up there. I have my forum in Salt Lake City next week. So
wait, you're going back to Salt Lake City? You're just there and you're going back?
Well, we're going to Deer Valley. We're not going to. We're landing in Salt Lake City. We're going up to Deer Valley with our forum. So that was on the. It's kind of funny that I turned around 2 weeks, 10 days later and go back, or 6 days later, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So, but that's kind of the status of crypto. I don't know if that's
It's good. We're in the crypto winter. I mean, I like it.
Well, we're at the end of the crypto winter, and it kind of killed everything that wasn't real, if that makes sense.
Did they know that the winter was coming? And is it now?
Many people
battle through winter and now have the battle for the end of the world? Is this? Oh, sorry, I think I'm mixing genres here.
Yeah, you're mixing genres, but everybody had been predicting that winter was coming, and then the Nightwalkers took out a bunch of people. People left are only the people you like. Only the Starks are left. So
I need to do an update. I don't know that a ton happened, but I need to do an update on.
We only lost like one person.
Who was it who lost?
Do we do spoilers here?
Oh yeah,
Melisandre.
Who did? Oh yeah,
Isn't her name?
Melisandre, yeah, Melisandre.
Okay,
you're right. Yep.
Sorry, Game of Thrones watchers.
If you're not caught up at this point,
well, if you're a Game of Thrones watcher, I'm not sorry.
You're caught up. You're caught up. So. You are caught up. So I got to update that. Okay, so not a whole lot of movement in our Game of Thrones death pool. I got another one for you. It's Mother's Day. If you didn't know that on Sunday,
I didn't know that until today.
Oh, you're killing. Well, give me some help. What are you thinking about for? Well, I mean, your mom, for Patty, or for Laura. What's kind of the? I mean,
first of all, Laura's not my mom, so the kids are on their own for that. That's just been a policy.
That's part of my question.
That's been a policy of mine for years. Laura's not my mom. You guys are in charge of Mother's Day. But for Patty, I'm gonna have to think of something. I'm gonna have to call Mom for sure. But we're not big on gifts the last 4 or 5 years in our family. So probably calling Mom on Mother's Day is gonna be plenty for her. But I'll have to figure out if I should send a card.
Yeah,
she likes those too.
Yeah, my mom. Same thing with my mom, which good old Jan. I'll give her a call. I think if I know my wonderful wife, she's probably already sent cards on behalf of us. One challenge I've got this time is I've got not challenge. That's totally the wrong word. Especially if she ends up watching this, but my mother-in-law is going to be with us in Atlanta. And so I got in-laws there. So I feel like that kind of steps up a little bit of my responsibility. Even though, Wendy, it's my wife's mom, my mother-in-law. I mean, she's still my mom, but she's going to be with us on Sunday. So,
I think that gets you out of everything, because the presence is 90% of it now. So.
And now I'm trying to figure out I think the weather's going to be bad in Atlanta. Otherwise, I would have cooked something. I would have grilled something out for everybody. I think weather's going to be bad this weekend. We're going to be going out to eat or something. I don't know. We'll figure that out. Okay, great. You're not very helpful there. I did send my kids a text saying, guys, get on it. Don't forget Mother's Day. I'm out of town, but get on it for Mom. But I got zero response back, which if I was one of their friends over text, I'd get a text back in a nanosecond. If it's dad texting,
yeah,
I heard radio silence. So,
well, Tipton and Ivy are at Target right now, trying to accommodate for Mother's Day.
Dude, see, you got it going on. I got to get Sam and Stella on top of this. That's awesome. I also saw too, last thing, and we'll probably cut it here. Thinking about you hosting things, the month of May, which very apropos with you being the Mays and everything else. And you did your Cinco de Mayo. End of May, I saw they released the lineup for Candler Park Fest. They've got the actual lineup in the days separate.
Oh,
so
cool.
Can you commit? Are you going to do something like host?
I'll commit. BG's also, his porch backs up to Candler Park, so he's got something going one of the days. He's got,
does he?
And they're calling it Porch Fest. But if you don't want to even go down to the thing, you just want to listen for there. So between BG and I, we got you covered.
Perfect.
So
I need to even buy a ticket. I don't even know. Okay, cool.
Yeah. You don't have to buy a ticket the day you stay at BG's. Well, my porch, our front yard, you don't really have to buy tickets depending which way the stage is pointed. So we never know. We never know till closer which way the stage is pointed. So
good lineup. At least if you're like me and you're kind of like dig things like indie bluegrass. I get that. Indie bluegrass is kind of a very, very niched thing. So as a niche, you appreciate niches. The only one who appreciates niches more than you is David Leary. He is Mr. Niche.
Yeah.
That's pretty niche in music, but I'm pretty pumped about that. A little indie bluegrass.
Yeah. So one of my staff one time at in Austin, at the Austin city, not Austin, at South by Southwest, she said, I'm only going to like 18 I guess, watch 18 different bands because I'm only going to Irish punk bands this year. I was like, that was pretty niche. I didn't even know that was a thing. So that was awesome. I didn't know how you could find 18 Irish punk bands, and like that's a testament to South by Southwest. That's a music festival, man.
It was that's a music festival. I'll tell you what, Jazz Fest was a music festival. I think. Anyway, Amanda did a great job with that. It was so fun being with somebody who like you just basically just walk in and follow her. It's so huge, and so you don't have to think about it.
Yeah.
We went to like this cool stage where they were playing Cajun music, and like, dude, Amanda can dance. She was out there like dancing, had all like, she going on. Will, again, look for Will. Go out and look at Advisor Fi. Will Lopez got some great videos of it. But
cool.
We'll get some stuff going there. Cool, man. Well,
don't forget to subscribe.
Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the button. Let's see if I can do it like get really high tech. Hit the button in the beautiful little area up here, or is it down below? I was trying to show the cool sunset.
I thought it was the other corner. I don't know. That's a pretty nice sunset, though.
Pretty nice, though. I was just using it as an excuse to get one more.
I need to go on the talking circuit. I mean, people are going to put me up in beach
it is,
hotels.
Great. I tell you, that's the best part of it. Really good folks. I'm glad that, I hope to see PASBA kind of get more members or kind of on a membership drive. But you would totally dig these guys. I mean, they're just.
I think they sold me already. So.
Yeah, accountability. You share all your metrics. You get real. You don't just talk about the cool tech stuff.
And we meet on a beach.
Yeah, perfect.
That's my kind of people.
Well, who knows where we'll be next time we get together, who will be with us. We'll try to get a fraction of the following that our buddies at Friday Night Live Accountants have. So far, at least we got a few more locations coming. But subscribe, watch, share with your friends, and reach out to us and let us know because we'd love to have you on.
Thanks, everybody.
I look forward to getting back home. Hang with you, man. Catch you later.
See you, man.
See ya.